Do, re, mi, 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 do, re, mi. A quick word on the tuning. That's an open C, C, G, C, E, G, C. In solfège, that's do, so, do. I'm going to octave down. Mi, so, do. So it's all just do, mi, and so. It's just a big triad, which, of course, anyone familiar with guitar writing in open tunings allows, just by using a bar, all these different chords. And indeed, all of these chords are going to come up at some point during the song. Crucial, this constant structure, the way that the voicing is always the same. It's always going to be do, so, do, mi, so, do. Gives a real cohesiveness to the voicings. So, next, we're going to get into the melody. The great thing about solfège is once you're familiar with just do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, it's like syllables are kind of jumping out of the music at you, and you can just hear do, re, mi, mi, mi. And if they don't initially, then you can work it out, of course. Do, re, mi, 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 mi. So that's his melody line. That's joining two strings that throughout this whole intro and verse are just saying mi, 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 mi. Both of them. So when he then sings do, re, mi, 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 he's just disappearing into the ocean, into this drone of me. Do, re, mi, 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 mi. Do, re, mi, 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 mi. And furthermore, a little bit of action. Do, re, mi, sticks out up there bright on top, and then drops down, mi, mi, making space as he just drones along with the guitar for something to happen. So what's that? Do, ti, la, sol, la, ti. Do, sol, la, ti. Do, re, mi, mi, sol, la, ti. The one is leading into the other, and that's really neat, and we can try and mimic that. So, the second thing, he's had a lot of me featured in the verse through these constantly repeating me's and then singing me all the time as well. He's just going to take that straight through and sing in sweet high notes that echo back. It's coming up now, and it's like this. No one will know. That's C, that's do. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. No, it couldn't be more inside of the original key. So you have this very familiar sounding note that we are then going to pivot the harmony around. So it was do, do, and suddenly it's going to become mi, re, do. That bass note's going to come right up from do to le. And that's a good way of guiding your ear to that sound, is just to label it with what it is. And as soon as you've labeled from do, mi, re, do, so, fa, mi. So you can access quite a far away sound world in your ear just by changing that label. And so yeah, he's going to pivot around do into mi, seen from the melody's perspective. So sweet high notes that echo back to destroy their master. Mi, mi, re, mi, re. Super nice and warm and bright. Follows the pattern of lots of thirds. To destroy their may. That's the minor third. May. Then he resolves it up to me. May, me. So if we just take the main sounds as we hit the chords, it's me, 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 me. This melody is built on me. So that logic is going to continue as we do the pre-chorus. No one will know where you are. It comes the second time round, it's like an elaboration of the first time. It recontextualizes these melody notes, which is a cool idea that once you've given something a meaning, set an expectation, you can just lightly mess with that and make it just full minor. No one will know. Then revisit that. Where you are, minor, major. The words are, no one will know where you are. He's extended it with one extra chord, which which is the natural minor La, as seen from C major, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. Our bass line is going to be La, Le, So minor, So major. So over that, Me, Ti, La, Me, Re, to, Mi, turns into Mi, Re, Do, Mi, Re, Re is the bass note, changes, becomes Me, the minor third of this chord, Me, Mi, and then there's a little Mi, Re, Do at the end of that. In the verse, the intro, verse, pre-chorus, it's basically, with a bit of elaboration here and there, it's me and May. If you want to capture some of the warmth and some of the ability to go to faraway places, you can do that by just picking a strong note in your melody and pivoting around it and making that, before it was Do and then it became Mi, and that takes us to a very far away key, but the pivot is so strong, your ear, I would argue, it just instantly accepts it. What I'm showing you here is just one use of solfège. It's just a fast musical labeling system to memorize changes, to learn the melody, and then to have a little look at how those two things are interacting with each other and get a feel for, in this case, realizing that there's a really strong tendency towards Mi or May.